Well, with it being minus 35 today, just north of Edmonton, it's not minus 35 in the Oilers' hearts as they are on a heater 4-game win streak going into Boston tomorrow night. They leave tonight as that game will be at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time tomorrow. And you know what? That game last night, it was a full 60-minute effort. I don't think we've seen a game like that in a long time with this Edmonton Oilers group. And they came out to compete against Sidney Crosby and whatnot. And, with the trade deadline on Friday, there was something in that game that I think everyone noticed and kind of is a head scratcher. But before we get into that, make sure to hit that subscribe button as we are, I think it's 391 away from 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for all the support of late. Now, about mid first period, second period last night's game, the defense pairings got switched. Vinny Desharnais went up with Darnell Nurse. Cody Ceci went back with Brett Kulak. At that time, it was either 1-0, 2-0, 3-0 the Edmonton Oilers. Why are you switching players around when you're on a 3-game winning streak, you're up by a couple goals, and you're looking to win this game? Why are you moving Desharnais up? So I kind of watched the press conference of Kris Knoblauch last night. I'm not too sure who asked it, but he kind of was hesitant. He didn't really have an answer to why the lines were switched or couldn't say why the lines were switched, which sparks maybe they were seeing if Vinny Desharnais could potentially play with Darnell Nurse and take Cody Ceci's minutes. And he did pretty well against Sidney Crosby. They were up against Crosby and Malkin's line most of the night, and he held his own. And for Vinny Desharnais, just a bit off track here, he has really improved his game since he started being a full-time Edmonton Oiler. And it's great to see strong, physical, and he knows how to use that reach pretty well and understands the defensive side of the game. Now, of course, his skating could improve some more, which it has been, so it's good to see. Now, like I said, that begs the question. Knoblauch didn't really have an answer, so did Paul Coffey do this on his own? Probably not, because you gotta go through the head coach to do this. So is there a trade for Cody Ceci in the works here? Because I noticed Cody Ceci did skip some shifts with Brett Kulak last night too. They kind of cut his minutes down, in a sense, last night, that there could be a trade incoming for Cody Ceci, or I don't know what else it was, because Kris Knoblauch didn't really give anything. He just said, oh yeah, we tried these lines out before. You don't switch lines when you're in a midst of almost winning 4 straight. You're now 9 points behind Vancouver. You're 3 points up on Vegas for that second spot in the Pacific Division. You don't mess with what's been working, and it kind of seems like he did, but didn't want to, in a sense. So maybe Cody Ceci is kind of out the door, and there is a trade coming up. It would be easier to trade him. They have had scouts a lot in New Jersey. If New Jersey is at home, it's a lot easier to trade from Boston to New Jersey than it is from making a trade call from Edmonton to New Jersey. At least then the players are close. They could just get on each other's planes. Whoop-de-doo, there you go, and whatnot. So that is kind of a developing story here. Is a lot of head scratching on why you do that, and then your press conference goes, oh, well, they worked beforehand, and a lot of ums in that. So it looks like he was just kind of trying to make up an answer for what was really going on. And you know what? They did have a little hiccup, Nurse and Ceci, in the Seattle game. They were getting outworked. But that's something you change before the game starts, not after the game starts the next game. It just doesn't make sense to me. So we'll watch what happens with Cody Ceci here in the next few days, because that's just kind of, in a sense, ironic that, a coach is doing this when the player is getting rumored and then goes, yeah. So, exactly, that's how Kris Knoblauch was, and, we'll keep a watch on it, so Cody Ceci potentially has one foot out the door right now. But the only thing is, if you're trading Cody Ceci and Desharnais is playing with Darnell Nurse, is that meaning Cody Ceci's going for a forward? Because money in, money out cap issues? We don't know that yet, but we'll keep an eye on this whole Cody Ceci situation here. And Friday's just around the corner with, I know the Preds just inked Thomas Novak, and a lot of trades are probably in the works right now, getting ready for the trade deadline. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Gillis TV. Have a good one.